Today we're going to start ours with not monster walks. We're going to start with Spiderman walks. So for this, we are going to be in a plank position to start with my mat. So this one, we're going to walk out into a plank, bring one leg up to one arm, the other leg up to that arm, and then walk out into a plank again. Difficult for you to see me do that. I'm going to do it here, walking out, walking out, walking out. As you do that, try and keep your hips from moving so much side to side. I'm going to do it one more time so that you can see my hips. Walking out, walking out, walking out. Trying to stabilize my hips. The way you do that is you really fire your core while you are walking out. Otherwise your hips will move back and forth too much. So super engage your core. Now we're going to do plank walks. So same thing, except for we're not going to Spider-Man, we're not going to bring our legs to our arms. So we're simply just going to walk it out, fire your core, and then inch our legs up. Stand. Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Fire that core the whole time you're doing it. Walk it out. Core, 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 core. Don't move your hips. 3 sets of 10 for both of those. And then the next one we're going to do is lunge walks. So no weight, just lunges. We're going to do 3 sets of 10, and it's going to be 3 sets of 10 total, not on each side, just 3 sets of 10. While we're doing this, we want to make sure our knees are not over our toes, that we're going deep. You don't need to have the knee touch the floor, but you can. I just want to make sure you're going as deep as your body will allow you to go. Okay, the next one. I have a yoga block for this one. You probably don't have a yoga block because it would be weird to just have a yoga block. But if you have a pillow or something like a book that doesn't bend, like a hard cover book, I want you to get on all fours here. While you're in this position, find your pelvic neutral. So here for me, put that block on the bottom here while you're in pelvic neutral. Engage your core, engage your core. Lift your leg and your opposite arm at the same time. Come back down. Engage your core, engage your core. Extend your leg and your arm at the same time. I just lost it there with my core. Engage your core, engage your core. Your leg and your arm at the same time. So in order to not drop that block, you have to keep your core tightened during all of this. And it's not to lift your leg as high as you can. It's just to keep that block up and your pelvis neutral. And it's pretty forgiving because this is a block, it's square. So it won't fall with a little bit of instability, but it will fall with a lot. There's a good little check and balance system for us. Okay, we're gonna do lunges again, but this time I want you to hold whatever weight you feel comfortable doing. So if that's 3 pounds, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever you want. When you go into your lunge, knees do not go over toes, keep them behind your toes. Press overhead. Switch legs. Keep your knees behind your toes. Press overhead. As you are pressing, be mindful of where your shoulders are. So once you're up here, check yourself. Are my shoulders back? Yes? Okay. You want to feel this in your back and the tops of your shoulders. You do not want to feel this in the front of your shoulders and your pecs. So 3 sets of 10 with those. Then the next thing you're going to do is called a heel slide. You can use paper plates, you can use socks on the floor. You just need to be able to have slippery legs or slippery feet. And this is a lot of core and a lot of back. So this is great. We are, hold on, going to get sort of in the bridge position here. Put a slider or a paper plate between each of your feet. Since we are starting out, you are allowed to put your hands under your butt. Find that pelvic neutral. So you're going to want to press that back into the floor just a little bit. Slide your legs out and slide your legs in. Now this time, come into a bridge. Slide your legs out, slide your legs in. So don't press out all the way because it will be hard to come back. Just to there, and then come back in. If this is too hard, just do one at a time. Engage your core each time. It is really hard on your hamstrings. If one leg is too hard, come back down to the ground here and try this way. But I encourage you to at least do one. Try both. It will burn. Socks will burn, plates will burn. However you do it will burn. Next thing you're gonna do is dead bug with a ball. So you can use a pillow if you don't have a ball. You're gonna come down onto your back here. You probably feel like a dead bug. I know I do. You want to come so that your legs are 90 degrees. You're going to press in with one hand here. Press, 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 engage your abs. Extend opposite leg, opposite foot. You're going to extend that as far as you can while keeping your back on the ground. So here I'm losing it. My lower back is coming off the ground. We don't want that. We're trying to increase stability. So push your back into the ground and then extend opposite leg, opposite foot. You can hear I'm shaking. Push, push, push with that ball and come back. Push, push, push with that ball and come back. Only go as low with this leg as you can keep your lower back on the ground. Don't try and overdo it. I am shaking so hard doing this. Keeping your lower back on the floor and engaging your abs. Pushing that ball actually just keeps you in check and helps you to engage your abs the whole time. Now that we're done with our workout, as always, we stretch because that's what gorgeous, gorgeous girls do. And gorgeous, gorgeous guys. So we are going to do thoracic openers. Get that guy, bottom of your ribs, lay down, and then extend out, extend out, extend out. And remember that when we go back down, we don't go past the bottom of our ribs. And then, whew, that made me dizzy getting up really fast. We're gonna do our glutes. So we find our figure 4. Doing this leg. Find the part that screams to you. Stay there for a minute. Hey, mine is less sore after doing the last video. Go to the other side. Do that one for a minute. Oh, and then the next one that you're going to do is if you have a ball, which I know you do because you have dogs, you're going to find a ball. I want you to lift your leg up and down and try and find the muscle that connects your hip flexors. So whatever makes your hip go up like this. Mine's right here. Another way you can do it is if you find your hip bone and go about 2 fingers within, it's going to be about right there. Put a ball there. Then come down with that ball there. Find the roller and put the ball on top of the roller. And now you're going to use that roller and that ball to find a spot on your hip flexor that sings to you. And you're going to sit there for a minute. Do a lot of hip flexing in our exercises, so it's important to give it some love. They're usually very tender. So again, just for reference, hip bone here, about 2 fingers in here. Mine's right here. I can feel the soreness already right there. So you find your ball, put it here, and then either a yoga block, a book, or your roll on top of that while you're laying on your stomach. And do that for 1 minute.